Down into Class 5 company for race number 2, and the second event on the programme is a 1,000-metre dash headed by Captain Boss. Drops into Class 5 for the first time. He's 0 from 22 at this point. Massive move, a 3-time distance winner at Shartin. Very Sweet Orange down in class as well. Swaps the blinkers for the visor, showing character. One here over the 1650, 2 starts back. Starlet's the last start winner over the 1,200 metres. Peace on Earth was behind Starlet last time out, finishing in 5th place. Carried a win, fresh up since January, and down to the Happy Bunch. Gets barrier 1, so I'd imagine they'll try and roll forward from there under Teton. And he is the Happy Bunch, the horse that's been up at Chungfire as well. Left on the 9th, came back on the 3rd, so he's actually raced since then. Yep,
and he'll be right up on the pace too. He may even be vying for the early lead with Very Sweet Orange. I think he'll have carried a wins measure early. Striking Mr. C, we know he's got these abnormal breathing issues. Declared Aurora again after his last start. Now he's back to the 1,000, but there is pace there amongst that quartet. So I don't think it'll be a sit sprint for the 1,000, Paul.
No, here's one that does like to go forward, Very Sweet Orange, and he's coming back from 1,200 back to the 1,000, so he's quite a speedy type, as we know, Very Sweet Orange. Joe Moreira doing the work, and he'll ride him on race day. Now, the blinkers will come off, and the visor will go back on, or the visor will go on for the first time with him. Starlight was a good win from him last start. He's only had 3 starts for the new stable, and he's run pretty well in all 3, and he travels nice. He's hasn't taken a step backwards from his last start win, and barrier 5 ensures he should get a good run. And the Happy Bunch just down the back straight there, you can see the hold he's under as he comes down. Still a maiden from his 20 starts. Teton aboard, should get his chance from barrier 1 though, should get a nice run in transit.
All right, he's run a couple of good races here at Happy Valley in the past. Let's start off with some winning form here. Starlet and Peace on Earth. This is over the 1,200 metres, mind, so the drop-in trip.
Yeah, Peace on Earth probably you would think would struggle with the distance. Having said that, he's had 2 starts for 1 second and he has won twice in the class. So the good barrier probably gives him an opportunity. And Starlet, as Paul mentioned, he's in some rare form at the moment after changing stables.
Yeah, it's interesting they're coming back to 1,000 with him because they did, they did race. He did win nicely over 1,200 last time. But the way he's in good form at the moment, so I think he's definitely a chance.
All right, hard to write off completely then. Yeah. Very Sweet Orange class dropper here. We're going back to March. Had 3 starts since this. A couple on the all-weather. This is a good run though behind Gift of Lifeline.
Yeah, Gift of Lifeline. He looks class 4, even class 3 type, doesn't he? And yes, if you go off this performance, he's drawn the same barrier. He comes back to the 1,000. He gets the drop in grade, or a similar barrier anyway. He's going to be pretty hard to beat, I think. If he gets on the lead, we know Joe's got an amazing record in Class 5 particularly, so he's going to be hard to catch, I would have thought.
Yeah, it'll be interesting that with the blinkers off, the visor on, just to have a bit of a change of gear. Still a maiden from his 14 starts, but he's still running well, as you say, and he'll be on the pace.
If that was 1,000 metres, he would have won, wouldn't he? Just caught in the closing stages. The Happy Bunch, then, the final one we'll take a check on here. Again, we're going 2 starts back for this one behind Corey Rapido.
You've got to go off this start, Andrew, because he ran well, whereas at his next start, Matthew Poon got into all sorts of trouble from gate 2. I actually liked him that night, and I had the Barry Crocker music going through my head shortly after the start. It went horribly wrong. Obviously, now Matthew Poon jumps off and he will ride Peace on Earth. Teton will take the ride on this occasion, so he's probably worth another chance.
Yeah, I just wonder if he's better on the dirt these days. He's still an 8-start maiden on.
Yeah, well, he definitely had excuses last start, as I mentioned, and if you go off that, maybe he is.
All right, odds on, Very Sweet Orange, hardest to beat?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Starlight on top, though. I think Starlight, he's in good form at the moment. He's only had the 3 starts for Paul O'Sullivan, and he's run well. So I think 1,000 should be okay for him. He's only had 1 start over the distance. He's by a star witness. Very Sweet Orange from the front. Captain Boss, he's been running well in Class 4. Had clear excuses 2 starts ago. Downgraded into Class 5. Gets the apprentice claim as well. I think he can run well in this class. And Peace on Earth was good second 2 starts ago behind Great Sun, and that's over the distance. 6-3-1-8.
I think Very Sweet Orange will get to the front and he'll be very hard to catch in this class. So him on top over the 1,000. Starlet racing well. We can all have a Barry Crocker moment from time to time. The Happy Bunch goes in for 3rd. And Captain Boss, he ran so well that night, the bit pulled through, and then he wasn't quite as effective after getting out of the gates at his last start. But the claiming rider aboard, Victor Wong for Tony Miller, gate 2, if he can stay in contact early, I think he's even a winning chance. But it is a short trip, 3-6-12-1.
Yeah, Very Sweet Orange for me. I think it'd be very, very hard to beat. Good gate, visor on as well. He'll do me in race number 2.